Okay, so last class we saw workflow. Apart from that, we saw how to create a email template. Okay, so email template we have four. One is a text email template, and another one is a HTML with the letterhead, and custom, that is HTML without letterhead. Okay, and finally we have Visual Force page. So totally we have totally we have four types of email templates available. Okay, so last class we saw we have created an email template for ticket object with the text format. With the letterhead is nothing but the format that you wanted for an organization, where you wanted to place the logo, address, something. So in that case you will go with the custom, HTML with the letterhead. If you don't want to use letterhead means, then you will go with the normal custom one. Okay, so here what are the things you should know is, first, when you're creating an email template, you need to put it in a public folder. If you are putting it in a private folder, then others cannot access it and it will be a problem. So always put it in a public folder, or create a folder, give public access, and put your email templates there. After that, you need to select, you need to use the merge fields properly. Okay, you need to use merge fields. Okay, so last class we saw how to use the merge fields, right? In workflow, as we all know, what is an workflow means, any DML operation in an object occurs. So here, if we talk about the DML operations, we need to have like insert or update, because workflow is not capable of performing delete operations action. So any DML operation, that is insert or update, occurs in an object. Okay, some action should be carried automatically without touching the code. Without touching the code, I wanted to perform some actions automatically. Okay, so what are the actions? Creating a new task, email alert, field update, and outbound message, right? So why? Because it is an point and click tool. Workflow is an point and click tool. Point and click tools means declarative development. Declarative development means I wanted to achieve something, I wanted to develop something, but I will not touch the code. Okay, so I will do it like an admin, like drag and drop, click next, and all those things. So whenever any DML operations, that is insert or update, occurs in an object, some actions like some actions like new task, email alert, field update, and outbound messages should be carried automatically without touching the code. That is very, very important. In that case, we will go with the workflow rule. Okay, so we saw how to send an email alert. So email alert is over. Now we will see about field update. Here, field update, one thing, one to two things you need to remember. So first, let me go to create workflow and approvals and workflow rules. Now already we have created a workflow rule for ticket object. Okay, what is the workflow rule? Is an email alert. So here the email address, to the email address the email will be sent. Okay, to this email address email will be sent whenever the record is created. Okay, that one we have done. Here itself we will do the field update. Okay, now click on new rule. So select the object name ticket object. Okay, next rule name is ticket field update. So now what I want is, you know that created means insert. Whenever a record is created, at the time you wanted to do this. Whenever it is created and every time it is edited, that means update. And in that update also, if I click on edit and if I save the record, at the time whenever an edit operation occurs, these actions should be carried out like that. And third is created and updated anytime, but it should meet the criteria. If it beats the below criteria only, that thing should happen. Okay, so in that case, let me have a status. So I have selected third option, that is anytime it is edited to subsequently meet the criteria. That means only this criteria is met, this action will be carried out. Okay, status equal to closed. Okay, then save and next. We have selected our object, we have selected the criteria. Now we need to give the action. Here you need to have a field update. Okay, field update will be update closed comments, some name I'm giving. Okay, so here I need to select what are all the fields, that what is the field that I need to update. Okay, here what I will tell, I will put description, the description field. Now in the description field I wanted to do this one. I wanted to have some text. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply put, like, since it is a text, it should be in quotes. Okay, what I will update is the ticket is closed. Like that, I will give a value. Okay, so what I have done, I have selected the action as field update. In that field update, I have selected this description field. Okay, so then what I have done is I have given, if I click this, it will be a blank value. So I wanted to give some value. In that case, I have given like this one. Why? Because it is a text, right? So quotes are important. Okay, okay,
Yeah, continue, Sujana.
okay. Then we click on save. Now three things are done: object, criteria, and action. Three things are done. Then make sure that the workflow rule is active. Okay, active. Now go to the ticket object and refresh it once. Now I'm going to change the, I'm going to close the keys. Okay, click on close. and click on save. See, the status has been updated. The ticket is closed. Okay, I mean, sorry, description has been updated. The ticket is closed. Fine. Now, here, if you see, this is not a child for any object. This is not a child for any object, and this is not a parent for any object. Why? Because you don't have any related list and you don't have any lookup field. So it is not a child or it is not a parent for any objects. Okay. So what I will do is I will go with the some other custom object like HR. HR is a okay. HR is a parent of candidates. Okay. Similarly, okay, interior garden. Projects. Hmm, okay. So this is project object. Okay. This project object is a parent of exterior. Why? Because exterior is here given as a related list. So this project is a parent of exterior, and this is a child of two custom objects. This is a child of two custom objects. Why? Because we have a lookup field here. Not in every case, the child will be having the lookup field. So client and manager both are its parent, and exterior is its child. Why I am saying is in a field update, I wanted to show you how it is working for cross objects. Okay, go to workflow and click on the workflow rule. Continue and click on new rule. Then project. Select the object. First thing, select the object, and you need to give the name. Field update on project. Okay. So I'm giving the third criteria itself. So I will give you one scenario. Whenever the okay, rating is 5 and exterior, click on exterior record also. So fields are not available properly. Okay. So whenever the rating is 5, we'll have like the amount should be like 6 lakhs. Whenever the rating is 5 lakhs in the parent object, the amount should be 6 lakhs automatically in the child records. Okay, so this will be the correct scenario every time. Subsequently meets the criteria. And what is the criteria? That criteria is rating. Okay, and equals to 5. Okay, correct. This rating equals to 5. Listen carefully. So what I have done is I have created a rule and I have given a criteria. That criteria, whenever the rating equal to 5, only the action will be carried out. Okay, what is my requirement is whenever the rating is 5, where in the parent object the child records need to be changed. We will see whether it is possible or not. Okay, click on save and next. Okay, hello.
Yeah, Sujan.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. So now we will add a action. Okay. Here I wanted to do.
Yeah, Sujan, your screen is not visible.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Now it is visible, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Now I'm wanted to have an action. Okay. So here I will be giving field update. In this field update, I will give a name like update amount field. Then it will ask the object is project and the field to update. In the field to update, see in the field to update, you are not able to see any of the fields from the child. Okay. Okay. See, you are not able to see any of the fields from child. This project is a parent and this exterior is a child. Okay, this exterior is a child and you don't have the field amount paid or paint or paint name. Okay, so if you wanted to do field update in workflow, field update in workflow is possible only from child to parent. Okay, not from parent to child. If my target if my object, this is my source object, this is from this only I'm starting, this my main object is a parent means, then its corresponding child I cannot update using a workflow rule. Okay, corresponding child fields I cannot update using a workflow rule. At that time you may have a doubt, it is a parent for exterior, it is not possible. Okay, but it is a child for client and it is a child for managers, right? But still you are not able to see those fields also, right? You are not able to see those fields also. Why? Because go to the object and go to fields. Now here it is a lookup. Okay, what I'm just for explaining you, what I'm going to do is I'm just make sure that all the records has field populated. If not, you cannot convert it into master detail, right? Okay, both the records has. Then click on this, edit, change field type. I'm changing it as master detail, and simply I'll click on save. Okay, now you have a one master detail, one parent that is in master detail relationship, and one parent that is in lookup relationship. Go to this field update and refresh the record, refresh this page. Now you see the parent, that is client. Client is the parent of project. Now client is also visible and you can select the client fields to update. So first thing that you should know, workflow field update is only update from child to parent is possible. Okay, my target or my source object is project. Project parent is client and manager. Only and its child is exterior. You cannot see exterior. Why? Because basic workflow rule itself, parent to child field update is not possible. Okay, but child to parent is possible, that too in a master detail relationship. Okay, master detail relationship. Why this master detail relationship means, in master detail relationship compulsory the field value is mandatory, parent record is mandatory. So no doubt all the records will have its own parent if it is an master detail relationship. So then there won't be any null records, right? For no child will be left without any parent, no child will be left with null parents, no parents. So in that case only, in field update, master detail relationship field update is possible, that too from child to parent, not from parent to child. Clear? Clear? Any doubts, guys? Any doubts, guys?
No, no. No, sir.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the field update. Field update is also an important concept. Main thing that you need to know is, in field update, only child to parent is possible. That too, it should be in a master detail relationship. Okay, if you are having a lookup relationship, then it is not, it don't show it in the drop down. Once I change it to master detail, it is showing the value. Okay, previously it is not showing. Okay, that is one important thing that you should know in the field update. Then the next one is the next action that we see is an outbound message. I will tell you one scenario for outbound message. See, this is very simple. See, uh, I let me open a paint. Okay, see, this is my Salesforce. This is my Salesforce application, and this is my one third party application. Okay, one third party application. What I want is, I wanted to send an email through this third party application to all my customers. Okay, why I wanted to send the email through this third party application is, I cannot have a decorative emails. See, we have seen email template also. We can have HTML up to some extent. We cannot have like smileys, emojis, or we cannot have more marketing email, like more presentable emails, and in the email itself we wanted to achieve many things like that and all. Some limitations we have. So what I have done is I wanted to send an email. That email will be sent to all my customers through this application. Why? Because this application has lot more features. Okay, in that case, this application should know when to send the email and to whom I wanted to send email. This application should know when it has to send an email and to what are the people it wanted to send. In that case, I need to inform, Salesforce needs to inform or give values to this application, correct? What Salesforce should do at the time when Salesforce wanted to send an email to its customers, it wanted to give the information, you wanted to send email to this particular customer, like that. Okay, so how you can achieve it? We know through integration, through coding, we can achieve it. Without touching the code, you wanted to do it. Without touching the code, you wanted to do it. Let us say you have an case object. Okay, you have an case object, and in that case object, whenever the ticket is closed, you wanted to send an email with some 10 questions, and with the smileys in between all the questions. 5 smileys: angry, sad, happy, like that. Some interactive emails that you wanted to send. Here we cannot have that smileys and emojis and all, we cannot have in this email templates. So what I'm doing is I am purchasing a third party application. Okay, this third party application, I am using it. So what I will do, I wanted to configure it, I wanted to send some information to the third party application so that it will send the email to the people. Okay, in that case, without touching the code, if I wanted to achieve, I will go with an outbound message. Okay, so what it will ask, endpoint URL. Endpoint URL means the third party applications URL. You need to give the third party applications URL, and what are all the fields you wanted to send. Obviously, I will send the email field and I will send the status field, like that. I will select those fields. Okay, and what I will do, I will simply click on save. I will proceed further. Okay, that is the outbound message. Clear, guys? What is outbound message? So I wanted to send some information to some third party application to achieve some action, to perform some action. I wanted to send some information to the third party application. Okay, in that case, without touching the code, I wanted to do it. In that case, what I will do, I will go with the outbound message. Okay, if I touch the code when I wanted to write API, REST API or SOAP API, I wanted to authorize it, I wanted to make all the things changes in the code. Okay, without touching the code, this is very easy for me. I'll give the endpoint URL, I will put the values, what all the fields I wanted to send, and I'll simply click on save and it works. Fine,
Yes, sir.
clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so with this, your workflow rule is over. Okay, so you practice a lot. Tomorrow we will see about the approval process. Next topic. Okay, thank you all. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.